Hey there, fellow cat lovers! Welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into the quirky world of our feline friends. You know what I'm talking about? Those hilarious, sometimes baffling things our cats do. Ever wonder why they act so weird? Well, get ready to unlock the mysteries behind those purr-plexing cat quirks. Okay, let's talk about those special gifts your cat brings you. You know, the ones that make you say, "It's the thought that counts." We're talking about dead lizards, birds, mice, the kind of stuff you'd rather find on your doorstep in a horror movie, not from your furry little friend. But before you freak out, remember, this isn't your cat being a weirdo. Well, not entirely. It's actually a deep-seated instinct from their wildcat ancestors. You see, in the wild, cats are natural-born hunters. It's hardwired into their DNA, and when they bring you these gifts, they're not trying to gross you out, though they might be a little amused by your reaction. They're actually trying to teach you how to hunt. That's right. Your cat sees you as a big, clueless kitten who needs some serious hunting lessons. They're bringing you their catch as a way of saying, "Hey, this is how we do it in the wild. Pay attention, slowpoke." Think about it. Mother cats in the wild will bring back dead or sometimes even injured prey to their kittens. It's a way for them to learn how to stalk, kill, and eat their food. So when your cat drops a dead mouse at your feet, they're not being malicious. They're just trying to be a good teacher, albeit one with slightly different ideas about what makes a good lesson. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jackson, that's great and all, but how do I get Fluffy to stop leaving dead things on my pillow? Well, first off, don't punish your cat for this behavior. They don't understand why you're upset. Remember, they're just following their instincts. Instead, try redirecting their energy. Give them plenty of toys that simulate hunting, like feather wands or laser pointers. A tired cat is less likely to go on the prowl. You can also try making your home less appealing to rodents and other critters that your cat might be tempted to hunt. Keep your yard clean, seal up any cracks or holes in your house, and consider using humane traps if you have a serious rodent problem. And hey, if all else fails, just be grateful your cat loves you enough to share their bounty, even if that bounty comes with a side of feathers and a slightly pungent aroma. All right, let's talk about another classic cat quirk, the zoomies. You know what I'm talking about? That sudden burst of energy where your cat turns into a furry little race car, tearing around the house like they've got rockets strapped to their butts. It's hilarious to watch, but also a little bewildering. What's the deal with these random bursts of feline frenzy? Well, just like with the gifts, the zoomies are another instinctual behavior rooted in your cat's wild ancestry. In the wild, cats need to be able to sprint and chase down their prey. But they also need to conserve their energy for those bursts of speed. That's why they spend so much time lounging around. They're saving up their energy for the big hunt. So when your cat gets the zoomies, they're basically acting out that hunting instinct in a safe and controlled environment, your living room. They might be imagining they're chasing after a gazelle across the savannah, or maybe they're just trying to burn off some pent-up energy. Either way, it's perfectly normal behavior. Now, while the zoomies are generally harmless, there are a few things you can do to make sure your cat has a safe and enjoyable time. First off, clear the track. Move any fragile objects out of the way, and make sure there's nothing your cat could trip over. You also might want to keep a close eye on them, especially if they're prone to getting into trouble. And just like with the gifts, you can help redirect your cat's energy by giving them plenty of opportunities to play. Interactive toys, like feather wands and laser pointers, are great for this. They mimic the movement of prey and give your cat a chance to exercise their hunting instincts. So the next time your cat gets the zoomies, don't panic. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It's a reminder that beneath that fluffy exterior beats the heart of a wildcat. Have you ever caught your cat staring intently at something, or seemingly nothing at all? They might be laser-focused on a blank wall, or their ears might be twitching at some unseen presence in the corner. It's enough to make you wonder if they've got a sixth sense or if your house is haunted. Rest assured, your cat isn't possessed, probably. They're just tapping into their incredible feline senses, which are far more acute than our own. While we humans rely mostly on our sight, cats experience the world through a symphony of senses, each one fine-tuned to pick up on the subtlest of cues. Let's start with their hearing. Cats have an amazing ability to hear sounds that are completely inaudible to us humans. They can hear high-pitched noises, like the ultrasonic squeaks of rodents, as well as low-frequency sounds that we can't even perceive. So when your cat is staring at the wall, they might actually be listening to the scurrying of mice behind the drywall, or the faint hum of electricity flowing through the wires. But it's not just their hearing that's on high alert. Cats also have an exceptional sense of smell. Their noses are packed with scent receptors, allowing them to detect even the faintest of odors. So while you might not smell anything out of the ordinary, your cat could be picking up on the scent of a stray cat that marked its territory outside your house, or even the lingering aroma of that tuna sandwich you had for lunch. And let's not forget about their whiskers. Those aren't just for show. A cat's whiskers are incredibly sensitive, tactile organs that help them navigate their environment. They can detect even the slightest changes in air currents, which can alert them to the presence of moving objects, even in complete darkness. So when your cat is staring intently at nothing, they might actually be using their whiskers to see the world around them. In other words, your cat is living in a sensory-rich world that we humans can only imagine. They're constantly bombarded with sights, sounds, smells, and sensations that we're completely oblivious to. So the next time you see your cat staring at nothing, don't assume they're bored or going crazy. They're just experiencing the world in all its glory, in a way that we can only dream of. Let's talk about affection, feline style. Now, cats might not be as overtly cuddly as dogs, but they have their own unique ways of showing they care. And one of those ways might seem a little counterintuitive at first: headbutting, also known as bunting. You know the move. Your cat approaches you with their head lowered, and then gently, or sometimes not so gently, bumps their forehead against your leg, arm, or even your face. It might seem like a strange way to show affection, but it's actually a deeply ingrained behavior rooted in feline communication. Cats have scent glands all over their bodies, including on their foreheads. When they bunt against you, they're actually leaving their scent on you, marking you as their territory in a way. But don't worry, it's not as territorial as it sounds. It's more like a friendly way of saying, "You're mine now, human." Head bunting is also a way for cats to show affection and build bonds. When they rub their heads against you, they're releasing endorphins, which have mood-boosting and stress-relieving effects. So not only are they marking you as their own, but they're also getting a little hit of happiness in the process. Now, head bunting isn't the only way cats show affection. They might also give you gentle head boops with their noses, rub their cheeks against you, or even give you love bites. Yes, you read that right, love bites. These are usually gentle nibbles that don't break the skin, and they're another way for cats to show affection and playfulness. Of course, every cat is different, and some cats are more affectionate than others. Some cats might be headbutting fiends, while others might prefer to show their love with a flick of their tail or a slow blink. The key is to learn your cat's individual love language and appreciate them for the unique and wonderful creatures they are. All right, let's talk about another classic cat quirk that's both adorable and a little bit painful: kneading. You know what I'm talking about? That rhythmic pushing motion cats make with their paws, as if they're kneading dough for a loaf of bread. It's cute when they're kittens, but it can be a little less endearing when you're on the receiving end of those sharp claws. So why do cats do this? Well, like many other cat behaviors, it all goes back to their kittenhood. When kittens are nursing, they instinctively push on their mother's belly with their paws to stimulate milk flow. This kneading motion is both comforting and instinctual for them. As cats grow older, they often continue this kneading behavior as a way of self-soothing or showing contentment. When your cat kneads on you, it's a sign that they feel safe, secure, and loved. They're basically saying, "I feel so relaxed and happy right now, just like when I was a kitten with my mama." Now, while kneading is generally a harmless behavior, it can be a little uncomfortable if your cat has sharp claws. But don't worry, there are a few things you can do to protect yourself without discouraging your cat's affection. One option is to keep your cat's nails trimmed. This won't stop them from kneading, but it will make it a lot less painful for you. You can also try placing a thick blanket or towel on your lap before letting your cat settle in for a kneading session. This will provide a barrier between their claws and your skin. And if all else fails, just try to enjoy the feeling of your cat's love, even if it comes with a side of tiny pinpricks. It's a reminder that you're their human, and they feel safe and content in your presence. So there you have it, folks. We've explored some of the most common and often misunderstood cat behaviors, from their gifts to their zoomies, from their staring contests to their head bunts and kneading. Remember, these quirks aren't just random acts of weirdness, They're deeply ingrained instincts and communication signals that offer a glimpse into the fascinating world of our feline companions. Now, I know your cats are full of surprises, so tell me about it. What other weird and wonderful things does your cat do? Share your stories in the comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Stay curious and keep exploring the feline world.